There is one big mistake that almost every new player makes when they start playing Albion Online, myself included. I did this when I was new, and that is going down the wrong path to crafting. And what I mean by that is there is a wrong way to get into crafting. So let's say, for example, I want to be a bow crafter. So how do you be a bow crafter? You need wood for bows. So you become a wood gatherer. You go and you gather some wood, and then you refine the wood so you can craft the bows, right? Which is exactly what I did for several months when I first started playing this game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how most new players do this and how they do it wrong and how much exactly it costs them. And then I'm going to show you the correct and proper way to do it so that you can actually make silver and make money and turn it into something profitable and worth your time so that you're not just burning away hours and hours while also losing lots of silver. Let's get started. So first, I'm going to show you the wrong way to do it, which is how most new players, including me, when I was new, this is exactly how I did it, start, okay? So I want to be a bow crafter, so I went and gathered a bunch of wood. I've got 1,200 tier 2 woods, 600 tier 3s, and 300 tier 4s, and then I'm in Bridgewatch right now, and I'm going to go to the wood crafter, ignore the crafting cost, we're not going to talk about that today, and I'm just going to refine all of this wood into a better wood, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am done refining, and what I have done is I have refined each of the tiers of woods into planks as much as I could. You do get some returns for this, and here is what I have now. I have 177 tier 4s, I got, a bunch of tier 3s, tier 2s left over. That's totally fine. So, you can see here that on my item value, it actually went down by a little bit, not by much, but a little bit. We did pay a small amount, for refining those items, and now we need to find ourselves a bow crafter, which there's one right over there, and we can go craft some bows with our wood now. Alright, now as a bow crafter, I want to craft bows, and I just want to say that this is the test realm, and I am using a maximum spec character, so the quality of these bows will be a little bit higher than someone who is still leveling up, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to craft all of these planks into bows, and we're going to see how much value we get. Now that we have crafted our bows, you can see that we only have 38,865 silver worth of materials. That includes the price of the bows. So we've basically thrown away 40,000 silver, not counting crafting fees, to level up bow crafting, which is a huge silver loss. That is really, really big, and you have to craft thousands and thousands and thousands of bows at low tiers to max out your crafting, so you can see that it is very costly for a new player trying to do this to make silver, to pay for premium, to, just buy better equipment or level up in general, is going to just, basically, they're paying half what they're earning just for the sake of leveling up, and that is not how you should do it. So let me show you now the real, actual, proper way with scenario number 2. Okay, this is scenario number 2, this is the pro. Now, let me talk about what's already different, okay? So, we still have the same amount of raw items as Scenario 1, but this time, when we were gathering, we were faction flagged, which allowed us to get a faction chest worth around 20,000 silver and 200,000 combat fame on average. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. And there is a plane flying overhead. Anyway, really close to me. Plane just flew over me. Anyway, or you could sell, the faction hearts and make 120,000 in silver. It's your choice. Alright, and now let me explain about refining, okay? We're in Fort Sterling, and Fort Sterling will give us a bonus to refining wood. That is the town's specialty. So we're already going to be getting more resources back, but we're also going to be refining using a dedicated focus alt, which is a character that you have specifically created for the sole purpose of refining wood. That is right. You're going to be having multiple characters and multiple accounts. Everyone in Albion that is pro does this. There is not a single person in Albion that only plays one character. No, they all play multiple characters on multiple accounts. Trust me on this, okay? Every rich player, every wealthy, every successful player does this, including myself. Alright, so you are going to be using a dedicated focus alt character who has premium active and who spends your focus points, because you get 10,000 focus a day, specifically for refining wood, and that is their only purpose. That is all that you use them for. Also, you are not using focus on tier 2 or tier 3 because there is not a way to level those up. The only reason you should ever use focus to refine those is if you make a brand new character, you do the tutorial in 15 minutes, you let it set for 3 days, and you spend that 30,000 free focus on that throwaway character to refine it for you. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. If I want to refine 1,200 tier 2 logs into planks, it's going to cost me 21,600 focus, which is an absolute garbage amount of returns for that amount of focus. You should never use this on a main character, only a character that you created for the specific sole purpose of refining, okay? So I have just refined our tier 2 logs into planks, just the tier 2, using the Fort Sterling bonus. That has raised my estimated market value to 87,086 silver. So we've already made a profit. And by the way, when you refine tier 2 in any town, it's completely free. No bench will ever charge you money for it. Now this is after refining tier 3 into planks. Our value is now 102,470. And this is where the magic happens. Tier 4 and up, when you start refining, you use that focus refining alt. Now, because this is the test realm, everything is absolutely maxed out. So, to refine 150 planks at tier 4 only cost me 506 focus, which is absolutely nothing. So we're going to go ahead and focus refine that, giving us a 53.9% resource return rate. The only way to get more is to be in a guild that has a hideout in the Fort Sterling Black Zone areas. And I think they changed that recently. I don't know. I haven't been to a hideout since the change, so I don't know what the percentage is or if it even still works. And we're going to continue to focus refine, and you'll see that our value, estimated value down there, will continue to jump up. This is going to give us far, far more planks to work with for making more bows. Now, here you have it. After focus refining tier 4, we're at 127,729. We've made about 50% of our initial amount back, and yes, you will be paying a small amount of silver to have this done, but you will still make plenty of silver doing this, and we're not even done yet. We still have to craft the bows, so let's get that started. Alright, we are now almost ready to craft bows, but let me go over some changes from the first scenario. Okay, we're going to be crafting bows in Limhurst, because if you craft them in Limhurst, you get a 15% increase of returned resources for crafting in this town, because Limhurst is extra special for bows, okay? Also, we will be using an item called a turnip salad. This costs 1,400 silver, and this will increase your crafting speed, but also your crafting quality for the next 2 minutes, which is plenty of time, okay? Also, we're going to be using a dedicated character whose only existence is to craft bows, alright? This is a separate character from your refiner who also has premium, and they will be spending their focus points purely on crafting bows. Also, we will be using these Fletcher journals, okay? A Fletcher's journal is for laborers. You don't have to have the laborers if you don't want to, but if you do have the laborer, you will get a little bit more of a return rate, okay? So, the Fletcher's journal will fill up every time you craft 3,600 fame worth of bows. Alright, so this is free money that everyone should never ever pass up on. Yes, you do have to pay for the empty journals one time, but once you fill them up, you can sell them for way more than what you bought the empty one for. It's free silver, okay? And also, unlike the first scenario, we will only be crafting tier 4 and up bows, because anything below tier 4, you cannot effectively focus craft properly, and it does not give good experience, and you will absolutely lose silver crafting tier 3 and below bows. So let's get started. So here's how it works. Now, because I have these Fletcher journals, it did increase the estimated market value of everything in my inventory. We're going to sort that out after we craft, but for now, we're going to go ahead and eat our turnip salad. So 2 minutes of crafting. We're going to talk to the crafter. We're going to go to bow, and we're going to click focus craft. And we're going to max that out. It's going to cost me 871 focus to craft 10 bows. And for some reason, it's not letting me craft here because of, well, I'm not really sure what's going on there. I guess that station was broken. I don't know. But anyway, we'll craft here instead. And ignore the price, because this guy has it maxed out at 9,999. You obviously wouldn't craft here for that price. That is someone shutting down their bench. So, again, this is the test room. It's play money. It's not real money. But we still have the same estimated market values of the full real server. And so we're going to continue to focus craft. And there we go. We didn't get any masterpiece bows. If you did, that's going to basically double. Alright, so now that we're done crafting, let's calculate. Now, real quick, the actual crafting value after crafting, it went down, and I'm going to tell you why. It has to do with the journals, so let me explain just real quick, okay? For one, if you take one of these journals, and then you partially fill it, you can't sell it, so that is a decrease in value. So, technically, until this is filled up, it's worthless, right? But let me also show you. A stack of 3 filled Fletcher's journals at tier 4 is worth 11,000. A stack of 3 unfilled journals is worth 6,000. So what that means is that we paid 6,000 for the journals. Technically, you can pay less if you buy it from an actual laborer on your island. And then we made 11,000. So we made 4,000 by having the journal there. And we can make more than that if we turn it into a laborer. That's for much later. I've got plenty of videos on my channel that explain that kind of fun stuff. So now, let's throw out the empty journals because that's going to mess up our initial value from our initial focus refining here. We're going to throw that out, and then you can see here that our value is at 125,538, so we only lost about 2,000 silver crafting the bows. Now, I can tell you right now that tier 4, like crafting at tier 4 and tier 5, you're going to lose money no matter what, right? But we only, in this case, 2,000 silver, and we leveled up our bow crafting, okay? And these journals are going to level up our laborers, which will give us more money. All right, and if we hit masterpiece on any of these, then we will absolutely, positively have made a profit. But we didn't this time because we're crafting a very small amount of bows. And do remember that I am using a character with maximum spec in crafting, so it's very rare to hit masterpiece anyway. But when you do, you pull ahead. But only paying 2,000 silver for essentially leveling up your bow crafting is pretty darned worth it in my opinion. And it's much easier to sell bows in general, and sometimes, you know, the bows go up. Also, you can sometimes check activities, and sometimes, let me just close this, over here it will be bows. Like today is plate helmet and quarterstaffs, so if you do this when it says bows, that's another 10% return rate on your bow resources. So as you can see here, let me update the screen. So what it comes out to is if you want to level up your bow crafting, you know, spec, your experience, you basically only pay 2,191 silver, whereas in scenario 1 you're paying over 40,000 and you're losing a lot. That is, you know, basically the difference between using focus, not using focus, and refining and crafting in the right towns, which newbies just don't know how to do, and also, you know, utilizing your journals. The journals really helped pull ahead here by a little bit more. Also, being faction flagged while you gather, you know, that also made another 20k that we didn't initially have. So technically, we're not really at a loss, but in this scenario, if you do your spreadsheets and you do your math right, and you only care about silver and you do not care one bit about leveling up your bow crafting, then in this case, you should just sell the materials after you refine them and then call it a day, because that will pull you ahead by 2,000 silver. So it's up to you if you want to be a crafter or not. This is why I tell most people that crafting is super not worth it. Yes, as you get higher tiers, use higher, more expensive ingredients, you can make a profit by crafting bows. However, if there's a lot of other bow crafters taking the market, then there's no way to profit off of an item like a crafted item if there's other crafters in the market and they are selling below cost, which happens all the time. Like right now, like let me tell you about, just real quick, I have a chef character and I have 4 potion crafters. Those 4 potion crafters, I have not been able to make a profit off of them crafting potions in over a year and 2 months. Because the market, everyone else that crafts potions and the market for potions is selling below the cost to make the potion. It's more worth my time to just sell the herbs to craft the potion than it is to craft the potion itself. And that's just the reality of it. And I'm just setting on entire stacks and stacks and stacks of herbs, waiting for the one day where the market pulls ahead where I can once again make a profit on those. But that's just the life of crafting in Albion Online. In this case, if all you care about is maxing out your crafting, then yes, you will pay a little bit of silver. But in scenario 2, you're paying far, far less than you are in scenario 1. Hopefully this helps one of you guys kind of understand crafting a little bit better. You think of it like this, okay? Let's say you are we're talking real life, okay? Not Albion for a sec. You really like peanut butter. You want to be the best peanut butter maker in the world. So you go out and you buy peanut bushes. I don't know what peanuts grow on. Is it trees? You buy peanut things, and you harvest all the peanuts by hand. You take them and you grind them up into peanut butter, and then you buy a refinery to make your own glass jars, and you blow out the glass jars, and you buy the plastic lids, and you assemble them yourself, and then you pay all the shipping fees to ship them out to grocery stores. Are you gonna make a profit? Probably not. You're probably going to pay out the ass to have all of that upfront cost and manufacturing, and you're spending your entire day making peanut butter, right? And oops, your crops died, or oops, there's a tax thing going on, or oops, a shipment got stolen, or something, right? So, like, there's all these problems, like, or you can just go and, I don't know, like, pick up rocks off the ground in real life and sell them to a rock guy or something, and then go to the store and buy jars of peanut butter, rip off the label, and then mix it with honey, and now you have honey peanut butter, and then resell that. I don't know. The point is that Albion is an established world full of people that have already cornered almost every market there is to corner, okay? And because of that, they are selling products cheaper than you can ever dream of making them yourself. And that's the whole point of the video for crafting, is, yeah, there's some stuff out there you can craft and make money off of. I don't know what they are. I know cooking still works. If you want to make money, be a chef, until everyone that watches this video becomes a chef, and then I'm out of a business, and then we're all selling our food below cost. Alright, but that's just how it is. Okay, I'm Soul Benji. Thanks for watching. As always, be a bro and stay swole. Leave a like on this video, because hopefully it taught you something. I read every single comment, okay? I'm not that big of a YouTuber yet. I still read all the comments, okay? So feel free to leave a comment. I'll read it. I may not reply to it, but I will read it. And videos every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. If this video helped you, feel free to donate. Click that thanks button. Click the join button if you want to become a channel member. I've got some videos on there that are too good for the public. There's a playlist in the pinned comment. In the description of this video is a Discord link if you want to play with me. Join that Discord. Beware, we do filter out normies, so if you're a normal person with like a wife and kids and a 9-to-5 job that pays well and stuff like that, you're probably not going to be able to pass the questionnaire. Also, finally, on screen right now is a video that you should absolutely click. The Google overlords demand you click it. It's the best possible video that you could ever watch, according to Google's AI. With that said, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Mwah.